I am overcome with joy today because today we're going to be sharing 4 amazing elements. These elements, if you get them right every single sales presentation, then in theory, you should be closing 100%
every single
of all
one.
the jobs.
Every single one. There's literally zero reason people don't buy from you if you hit all 4 of these.
Yeah, which is a big promise. So it's like, wow, like what could these 4 key elements for closing any window, any roofing sale, any gutter estimate, what could they possibly be? Right. Now, the first one, now we got some hints right here.
Yep.
The first one is...
Any guesses? It's pain.
The pain.
Now, so many people think that the pain is actually the solution. People get it all mixed up. And they're like, yeah, you know, I showed up and I gave it, well, you know, let's talk gutters, all right? I gave them, you know, oh, if we put gutters here and put a downspout over here, it'll save this thing, blah, blah, blah. And that's the solution, right? Selling them gutters is the solution. The pain is that they're getting water in their basement, but not just that they're getting water in the basement, because really, like, some people are just okay with that, right?
Yeah.
The real pain is that when the water gets in the basement, it causes the floor to get wet, and grandma's great china cabinet is down there that is starting to rot and get moldy and whatever, and they need to restore this thing, and they need it to remain pristine because that was great grandma's that she brought and settled the West with and whatever else, right? It's got all this emotional stuff attached to it, and that's the pain. And we got to draw that pain out so that when I say, yeah, and Daniel, so us putting gutters here and the downspout over here is going to help protect your family heirloom. He's like, yes, that's what it's for, right? I'm drawing out that pain and I'm solving the problem, all right? So you got to dig for that pain deep. Yeah. And you just keep going like, oh, so you have me here because you want gutters. Okay, why do you want gutters? Well, I'm getting some water in my basement. Oh, okay, and like, you just don't like water in your basement, or is there something else that it's like causing? Well, yeah, my kid sleeps down there, and I can't have him floating in the middle of the night, or in a rainstorm or whatever. Like, I'm afraid my kid's gonna drown. Oh wow, it's that much water coming in the basement? Goodness, yeah, we gotta get this solved like ASAP. Yeah, absolutely. Boom. Now, obviously, that was pretty exaggerative. But it could be like, yeah, I've replaced the carpet 3 times this year because it gets wet.
Or it could be the smell.
Or it could be the smell.
Oh, it's that smell. Every time I go down there and you're like, well, tell me more about, like, how does it smell? Well, you know how it is, a wet, dirty basement.
That's right.
Ooh, yeah, that's...
Musty.
I kind of see what you're talking about there.
Right.
That's pain.
That's pain.
That's pain.
That's right. So figuring out that pain, the pain is not, yeah, I need gutters. Okay, yeah, you need gutters.
Yep.
But no, so dig for that pain. And this can happen in literally any situation. I'm getting epoxy floors. I've got this cool, like, over-under garage. I got Doc's plank. It's kind of like a parking garage, right? So my main level, the concrete guy absolutely crapped the bed. And so in the wintertime, when my wife and I park our cars there and the snow melts off, it drips down through into my lower level where we have like our baseball equipment set up or the gym set up. And it just drips water all winter. So I've got an epoxy guy coming or polyaspartic guy coming to put the flake and do the thing and seal up that main level floor so that my stuff doesn't get ruined down below. All right, so there's an actual need, and that's very rare in that line of work, that there's an actual need with epoxy floors. Usually they're just for vanity. But no matter what you do, plumbing, electrical, roofing, gutters, windows, house washing, there is a pain attached to them calling you. Because people don't love just to pick up their phone and call random businesses and get quotes, all right? There's a pain, all right?
I'll point out the biggest way to mess this up, okay? You're doing a roof inspection. You're doing a window inspection. And you point out to the customer, oh, look here, Mr. Customer. You got a torn shingle.
Yep.
Oh, look here, Mr. Customer, Mrs. Customer. Your windows are old. Sometimes, and I mean like a lot of the times when we mess up this element right here, it's because we think pointing out that they've got
Yeah.
Something broken
That's right.
or something old is the pain. That is never the pain. If you can't pull out any other pain other than the fact that, well, the windows kind of look old.
That's right.
You ain't selling new windows.
No. Now, that's not to be confused with don't show them that stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you still have to show that to them, because I think about, like, Kathy, that estimate we went to for the roof. Me going through all those photos and showing her kind of where it was on the house, she was like, that's it. That's why we had water there that one year, right? And then we discovered a deeper pain.
We learned about a leak that was happening.
That we couldn't see, but it revealed that pain, right? That leaked, and right now that's where my kitchen cabinets are. After we redid it, like, we got to get that fixed now. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. We do. All right, so it unlocked a pain. So going through those photos is important. All right, I don't want you to take what Daniel said out of context. We're not. This isn't. Yeah.
If the old window points out the fact, that's why there's a draft in the basement.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, see? There, you got this gap here.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that's why sometimes water gets through that way. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
That's right.
Now you're pulling out real pains.
Pulling it out. So it's part of the process, but that is not the pain, all right? The customer can reveal that pain to you, but you doing that is not showing them the pain, all right? So
the pain comes from them.
That's right. That's right. Let's move on to the next one here. All right. And this is pivotal that you draw this out of the customer every single time. And it's budget.
Budget specifically to solve the pains.
Budget specifically to solve the pain. So most of your customers, you show up. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but when I show up, sometimes a customer has a $3,000 budget because they're like, yeah, I just got this roof leak and I expect it to be about $3,000. And then I get up there and I do my full inspection. I'm like, look, I can't fix just this one leak because I start tearing into this and then it's gonna cause other issues. It's gonna be a slippery slope. I can't guarantee it. I can't guarantee if I just do this repair. I have to do this whole slope. Right? Or it's time for a whole new roof. Let's just do this. And so their budget for their pain, okay, it's $3,000. Well, that ain't gonna get them a $30,000 new roof, right? But if you continue to draw out the pain the right way, you can sometimes increase that budget. Yeah. But if you go back to one of our other videos where we talk about selling everything, sometimes you can do that. But when you actually properly do these 4 steps that we talk about in this video, this budget can increase. You know, one of my favorite things to do is ask the budget on the front end and go through everything and then ask, so based on what we've talked about now, do you think maybe that budget could be like increased a little bit based on what you're getting today versus what you thought you were getting? Oh man, yeah, absolutely. Like everything. Yeah, I'm getting a whole new roof instead of just a repair.
Perfect example. So we beat out leaf filter. Yes. Let's go. On a $1,700 job, they were just going to put gutter cover. Okay, we go out and we verbalize 3 big.
This customer's exact words were, they quoted me $1,700 and I can't afford that.
Yep.
I can't afford that. That's just entirely too much, and I don't have that kind of money. Exact words. All right.
Exactly.
And then we show up,
and we talk about. And we figure out that she is getting water in the basement during the heavy storms. We figure out that there's ice on the driveway. We figure out that there's also water getting into the garage a lot of the time. So 3 massive issues. Well, we mastermind with her a solution. And we know good and well that this is gonna be more than $1,700.
That's right. Mind you, our gutter minimum is $1,500. Yeah.
But leaf filter was just going to provide gutter cover, which was like the one thing that she verbalized, oh, I'm tired of cleaning the gutters. And we solved for 3 big pain points. Masterminding that solution, and she happily paid us $2,900 for that solution. Why? Because her budget increased based off of real life pains that we uncovered through the situation.
That's it. Yeah.
So perfect example right there.
That's right. Exactly. So let's move on to the next one. All right. So increasing that budget. Next, you need a good demo that solves the pain. All right.
The
So
demo is going to be pain focused.
are you guys seeing a common denominator here? Everything goes back to the pain. All right. So the demo has to solve that pain. And if it doesn't, well, why are you even demoing it? Why are you wasting yours and your customer's time?
Yeah.
You have to be showing them something that is going to solve, it's going to be the solution for their problem.
Yeah.
Right? It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything?
No, and you know, we can sexy it up all we want. We can show them the coolest, the nicest things. Of course, I'm gonna want you to demo me something that like is cool and it gives me all these additional benefits. But as long as we're demoing and we're talking about all the cool benefits for the products that we're offering, we can't forget the main thing, which is the pain. And that is another huge mistake we see all the time. And people say, well, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Well, during the demo, you spoke and showed the customer for 45 minutes all these really cool tips and tricks and products and oh, look how cool this is. While forgetting to talk about the pain again. That's the whole reason why you're here.
Yep.
These are the elements that have to be aligned.
You're just a noisy gong. You just kept going and going and going about how cool your stuff is, how cool your company is, and completely forgot about the customer. Newsflash, they don't care. They don't care about you. They don't care about your company. They don't care about your products. Like maybe the tiniest bit. But what they do care about is their freaking pain. Yeah. So you solve that pain, and your demo has to solve that pain. Your demo, you should be bringing that pain up 16, 17 times throughout your demonstration. Every like 3 minutes, bring up that pain, how this solution is gonna solve that pain. And they're gonna be like, okay, got it, got it, right? That's the game plan. That's it, all right? And then last, but certainly not least, if your price is within their budget. All right, the price solves
has to be aligned with what they're willing to pay for the pain, which is aligned with the budget, which is aligned with what you demoed.
That's right.
Okay, that's where the alignment happens. Okay, and so if Mr. and Mrs. Customer tells me, hey, my budget's $6,000. If you quote them something for $9,500, it's your fault when they don't buy.
That's right. You might be so arrogant that like, I'm still gonna quote it. You know, I'm still gonna quote it and see if they were lying to me, right? If they can afford this $9,000 thing. And this is where financing has been absolutely pivotal for us as a company. Mm-hmm. So I'll still quote the $9,000 thing, but it'll look like this. Hey, Mrs. Smith, I can get you this and solve this pain point for you for $200 per month or 2 payments of $4,500. Which one's better for you?
$200 a month. Let's say it's a $9,500 solution. Okay.
Okay, or $9,500.
Right. That's one of the ways we can. They told us $6,000 budget. That is a way around it through the financing. Another way around it is to have a backup plan where you're going to do the partial job. For $6,000. Maybe they really wanted to pay you $6,000 cash. Well, if you're gonna go ahead and quote that $9,500 job that solves all their pains, then try to prioritize their biggest pains. Maybe there's 5 key issues. What out of those 5 key issues, what are the top 3 that can be solved for the $6,000? So you're gonna have that as a backup where I know you told me, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that your budget's $6,000. I do have a $6,000 solution for you, but it only takes care of part of your pains today.
That's it. Yeah, you gotta have that takeaway, because what'll end up happening is they'll end up taking the financing. All right, if they truly can't eke out the $9,500, they will take the financing. All right, or worst case, they buy your solution for $6,000 because you're solving as many pain points in the most important ones. All right, and then they'll call you back at tax time or whatever to do the other work. All right,
exactly. So why does this close 100% of jobs?
That's right.
In theory, if you're being sold anything and you're verbalizing all the pain points you want solved, and you tell the budget, you say the budget, I've got all these pain points, I've got $4,000. You get demoed something, you're wowed by the demo. This is an amazing solution, and then the price is $4,000. Why would you say no?
Right.
It fits your budget, the demo was amazing, it covers all your pain points, and the price is right, you close the deal.
Sell it.
You close the deal.
That's it. That's it.
That's how we close.
And what we see happen a lot is somebody misses one of these things, and usually it's the pain.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
People
the
can draw out a budget. People can do a good demo. They can get their price there, but they're not actually solving the pain. And then what happens? Well, somebody else comes in with a little bit lower price, and they're like, okay, I'll just go with that one then. Neither one of them are solving all my pains, right? Because the customer doesn't really know their pains. They call because they need gutters or a roof or whatever. They don't, if nobody's drawing the real pains out,
Right.
There's no emotion to buy, all right? And every single decision that we make in life is an emotional decision. That's it. Regardless of how macho you think you are, how logical or smart you think you are, you still make emotional decisions every single day, every single one, all right? So if you don't draw out that pain, it becomes a war on price. That's it.
There you go.
All right? So get after it, kick butt, take names, give bigly so you can win bigly.